Not much wind today, oh glory. Good morning, Kure Beach Fishing Pier. Good to see you again. It's been a while. And good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Had my coffee this morning. Thought we would take a little walk out on the pier and talk about hurricane season. That's right, we're here mid-August. We actually have a hurricane. It's a few hundred miles offshore. You wouldn't know it by looking at the ocean. You know what? I'm just gonna go show you the ocean. You can see it for yourself. It's an absolutely beautiful day today. As we walk out of here on the back porch at the Kure Beach Fishing Pier, you see all the birds up there. Look at all those pigeons. But you can also notice here on the beach itself, look at this trough right here from last week's tropical storm that rolled through here, Debbie. Looks like she did a little bit of beach flooding happen. Look at all that sand right there that's been removed right here where the pier is located. The lifeguards are starting to move around this morning, driving up and down the beach, getting ready for their shift today. Today's one of those days I think it could be a very busy day for lifeguards, just because of the weather, how inviting the sea looks. It's very beautiful out there, but I think this weekend with our king tide happening and this swell coming from Hurricane Ernesto, it gives people a little bit of false sense of security, I think, when you look at the ocean and it's real glassy like that. But these waves are very, very strong and can be very dangerous, and can really, with low tide happening today around lunchtime, it could really be prime time for riptides. And riptides are a very scary thing, because unless you know what you're looking at, you won't even see it happening until you're already trapped in it. Looks like this gentleman right here just scored him a catch, caught him a fish. Maybe he caught him a spot. It's getting that time of year, you'll start seeing spot run along the shores here, especially as we get closer to September. It's quite cool because when September gets here, like around Labor Day, somewhere in that time period, you can be out there in the ocean, and if the water's clear enough, you will see just schools of fish inside the wave. Pretty awesome looking. All right, coffee is completed. That was pretty tasty. Before we came to the beach this morning, my wife has my little niece with us this weekend. She's 2, and she has become a fan of the Wake and Bake donut shop. Very specifically, she likes the donut holes. So we always buy a little small bag of the donut holes from a little niece. Me and my wife gets the Wake and Bacon donut, which is like our favorite. We really enjoy that a lot. I love bacon, I love maple, so it just all kind of works and goes good together. So we stopped in there, we bought some food. They have plenty of t-shirts, really cool looking t-shirts in the Wake and Bake donut shop. And they have hats back there, and then up above the main counter, they have all their assortment of different coffees and drinks, specialty drinks that they have there. And then they have a nice selection, if you come early in the morning, of some really cool donuts with all kinds of weird stuff on it, from like Fruit Loops, M&Ms, you know, just weird stuff. And then they get really crazy, and they have these 3 donuts in the back a lot of times, where they have like a Pop-Tart inside of it, or they have a whole pie baked inside of the donut. That is absolutely crazy. And they got a new one today I've never seen before. It was like some kind of Snicker, like over the top ultimate Snicker or something like that. But pretty cool, pretty awesome, pretty cool little shop. I like stopping in there from time to time and grabbing a coffee and one of those Wake and Bacon donuts before I head out to the beach. You can see quite a few surfers taking advantage of the waves that are rolling in from Hurricane Ernesto. Quite a few over here on this side. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 surfers right here that I'm counting. Having quite the good old time, it looks like. Then over here on the opposite side, the north end of the pier, only 3 surfers out here. We have one right here. It must have just caught a wave because they're paddling. And then right out here's another one, and then this poor soul is right up against the pier, which I don't think I would do that. It's pretty dangerous being this close to a pier. A lot of underwater hazards next to a pier. And he will not be doing that when the lifeguards come out, because they will definitely toot their whistles at you real quick. So yeah, they actually have signs up on the beach, and we're going to walk down there in a little bit, and I'm going to show you a few signs about water safety. But see that big red sign right there? That actually states no surfing should be done to the left of that sign. So between that sign and the pier where we're located, they should not be any surfing. No surfing should be going on here in this region of the water, ever. But you know, nobody's out here to enforce it right now. So you will see sometimes in the mornings, especially people that are out of town, you know, they'll come out here and get right next to the pier. Because normally around piers you have really good sandbars. And I learned that at a very young age when we used to go over to Yopon Beach Pier at Oak Island, and my dad used to take me and my friend, and we'd go down there, and they had an awesome sandbar down there right off there. In Ocean Crest had an awesome one too, and the waves was breaking very consistent right there. You could really go to the same spot each time and catch a wave, and it would break about the same every time. And that's why a lot of people like to snuggle up to these piers and get some of that action. Yeah, that's a good sized wave right there. I think the surf today is going to be about 3 to 4 feet with some sets plus. So you could get a 5-foot wave today, or 6 feet. You know, you're 6 feet tall. Just think that wave would be as tall as you. So that one right there he caught was probably about 4, maybe 3.5 to 4 foot wave. They don't look that big until you're down there in it, you know. That guy waving at us. Some more big old waves rolling through. These surfers out here, let's see if they're going to score this one. That guy's in pretty good position. He might snag it. Yeah. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, that'll get up your nose. That's for sure. Good try, oh my friend. Good try. So I've made my way back down toward the pier house, and I can see the lifeguards have made it out, and they're putting their little flags up to tell people not to swim between that red flag right there and the pier. You know, earlier I showed you a sign that's off on the distance down there. You don't supposed to be on the surfboard between that sign and the pier, but that flag there actually means you should not be in the water between that flag and the pier. They don't even want you in the water, like more than like ankle, knee deep. They'll blow the whistle and tell you to get out. So as you see, the lifeguards have showed up. As soon as they showed up, you don't see any surfing happening out here next to the pier no more. There's one person way on down there that moved down the pier, so that's always a thing. The next thing I'm here to see, I know yesterday was Friday and the lifeguards had red flag up pretty much all day long, and I imagine even though the ocean looks calm like we've been talking about, the red flag will go up once again due to the high risk of rip currents today. And oh, by the way, yes, they put the red flags on both sides of the pier. The no swimming flags, they actually put them on both sides, the north and the south side of the pier. The Ocean View restaurant is a popular breakfast destination here at Kure Beach. Look at the people waiting outside to get in. They do a really good business there. But right here is this information board that we can look at real quick when we're talking about ocean conditions. And it says beach condition flag signal. Green is safe to swim, yellow is moderate swimming conditions, and then red is dangerous swimming conditions, and black or no flag, off duty, no lifeguard will be around. Right here is that you can find a lot of these pictures right here posted at most beach access here on Pleasure Island. The rip current safety kind of gives you an idea of what a rip current is with this like artwork here. But you can see the waves are like coming in. And then see this right here, this here would be the sandbar I was referencing to earlier. And right here's another one. And see here in between the sandbars, you don't have anything. This is just deep water. This is very shallow water. So as these bigger waves come in, when they flow back out into the ocean, they actually will pick this canal. It's almost like electricity is very lazy. It wants to take the shortest distance, right? The easiest way. Water is very similar to that. it wants to flow down here because there's nothing impeding it. It just wants to flow down that canal, and it'll pull a swimmer out. And as you can see right here, it says swim parallel to the shore. So don't swim this way. Don't be trying to swim over here to the shallow part. Just swim down the beach. Either way, you can just go either way, but just swim down the beach and then just use the incoming waves to kind of help bring you back in. So now we got all the safety stuff out of the way. Let's walk out here on the beach and kind of walk around a little bit. See what's happening. I know one thing is happening. We got some beach yoga going on. Have you guys ever tried yoga before? I've never tried yoga before. But right there is a beach yoga class here at Kure Beach. They do that pretty much every Saturday morning in the summer months. Seems like people really enjoy the yoga. All right, my friends, we made it out here onto the beach. I just walked down those steps right back there, and I noticed like this big trench right here in the sand. And you know, when we was up there on the patio earlier and I was looking down and I could see where a lot of the sand was washed back down into the ocean. It's kind of weird to see how it happened, but now I definitely see. If we look right over here, there's a drain pipe from street side that's kind of beneath the sand, and you can see these wood like posts sticking up. That's the braces that hold the pipe in place. Man, you would not want to stump your foot on that. But anyway, they must have been so much water during Hurricane Debbie. It filled this up and just turned it into almost like a pond. And then it looks like the water just washed down beneath the pier itself and then went back out into the sea in this direction. That makes perfect sense now. I know that they still got leftover caution tape up right here beneath the pier. I don't know if that was always broken off or what happened there, but they have to repair that for sure. They got caution tape right here. And look at that pipe. That pipe right there, that was a lot of water shooting out of that thing. And that also would, so you had water coming from this pipe over here and that pipe right there. And it made a very strong current, I would imagine, by the looks of things. Look how just like how messed up the beach is right here. All that water flowing. And that was a lot of water flow because this has got like a little hump to it, like you're going uphill a little bit. So pretty strong. And yes, I was right, the red flag's up. Figured that's what they'd be doing today. So the red flag means very dangerous ocean conditions. It ain't worth it. Don't do it. Don't be getting in that water. I decided just to take a little stroll down here to the sign I was showing you earlier where you could actually see it and read it. I know I couldn't see it from that far away. My eyesight ain't as good from long distances, but as I get older. So no surf zone from here to pier. Used to years ago, I actually think they used to have a distance on this sign, and it's not on there anymore. I don't know what the distance was. I think it was 500 feet. I think it was 500 feet was the distance from the pier to this sign. And I think it says something like, you should not be surfing on a surfboard within like 500 feet of the fishing pier. Pretty sure that's how that worked. Anywho, all right, that's about it here at Kure Beach. I do want to show you a little bit of the king tide stuff. So I'm gonna go over here and hang out with my family a little bit and do some stuff with them, probably play in the sand. Who knows, build a sandcastle with the 2-year-old. Somebody's car alarm's going off, or they're looking for their car one. But yeah, should be fun. We might take a little ride down to the north end later and see if the king tide is flooding things down there on Canal Drive. That's a thing, it happens around here. It definitely does. It's a wild and crazy thing just to be a beautiful day and you go down there and it's like all the streets are flooded. You know, people's yards underwater. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, we might go down there and see if we can take a little peek at that later, and then we end the vlog. And that'll be that. That'll be kind of our beach condition, ocean condition vlog for today. It's been a while since I've made one of these, but I think once a year, I think I do like to put stuff out here because a lot of you guys watch the videos, y'all come to the beach and stuff, and you know, I love you guys, man. I want everybody to be safe. So that's why I do it. All right then. We'll pick this up in a little bit. All right here is some water on Canal Drive. I'm gonna just keep moving along here and see what else we can see as we move further down. This has got to be the bumpiest road in North Carolina, by the way, Canal Drive here at Carolina Beach. It's crazy. Ooh, looky there. They got the gate down. Look at this. Saltwater flooding, no through traffic. All right, my friends. The king tide has begun. It's about 7 o'clock here in the evening here at Carolina Beach. And as you can see the water. Look at it running. Look how fast it is filling up right now. And as we look down Canal Drive, this is like Seahorse and Sandpiper Lane right there on the left down through there. But this is what happened during the king tide here at Carolina Beach, as you see people walking across the road on down the way. But yeah, this is a big deal. It's pretty wild and crazy to come here during king tide and to see all this flooding. It's pretty wild. And just look how fast, once again, the water is rushing. I mean, it is coming quick. So now we're gonna move on down Canal Drive a little bit further and see if there's any flooding going on down that way toward the north end where the pier is located. All right, now I'm on the corner of Canal Drive and Florida Avenue. And you can see a little bit of water seepage, a little flooding going on right here in this area. See it bubbling up. You can really see it rushing. Look at it right here. Look at that. That is crazy. Look at all that water rushing in there from the tide, the king tide. All coming in right out through there. And this will last throughout the night until, you know, it starts receding. I think the next low tide will be around 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, in the AM. So for that time being, these roads, this is just starting, but this will definitely be beneath the water. All right, my friends, that is pretty much what a king tide looks like when it's coming in here at Carolina Beach, here on the north end. Pretty awesome to see that water rushing in, right? Now I've changed gears. I've made my way back down here to the Carolina Beach Lake area here at the Brandy Myers Memorial Playground. My wife, her little niece, decided she wants to go try the playground out, so they're going to try the playground out, and you and I are going to take a little walk around the lake here, because this morning on Instagram I seen somebody post there was an alligator spotted right here in the Carolina Beach Lake. Not super common. It has happened. I've seen them before, but not all that often. I think it's been quite a few years since I've seen one here in the lake. But since the tropical storm just come through last week, Debbie, probably stirred up some of the, I know it stirred up some bugs and some insects. I know that for sure. But let's kind of walk around the lake and see if we see anything gator-like. Man, I tell you, when you walk around this lakefront, oh yeah, by the way, I've not seen no gator yet, but when you look at back here, the Carolina Beach Lake, and you just look at all the homes that goes around this lake, it is so peaceful and quiet back here in this little nook. I love this little area. All you can hear from the porches of these homes is just that water fountain. That's it. Now, if you're back there, you don't hear this thing running, okay? But when you're back here in that corner, it's just so peaceful and nice. Just absolutely beautiful. I love this area. If I was like at a point in my life where I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to retire now. I've worked enough. I'm done. You know, I know a lot of people like oceanfront and stuff, but you know, me, I think I just soon I could be happy right back here on the Carolina Beach Lake. I get to see water every day. It's always calm, you know. It's just really nice. Let's walk out here on this pier. See if I can see a gator. I know the odds of me seeing this gator that somebody else seen like 10 hours ago are probably slim to none. But I do like to put some wildlife here on the channel, and I'm not good at it. I'm horrible at it. The other week, you know, I'm always talking about being out on the, when we're out on the beach, I'm always thinking maybe we can see dolphins today or something like that. And guess what? A couple weeks ago, right before I went to Germany, me and my wife was out here. It was probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. Kure Beach fishing pier, and there was like 8 or 9 dolphins in the water. They was all out there together. They was jumping around and, like, you know, coming up out of the water and everything. It was awesome. She's like, bet you wish you was making a video now. I'm like, man, as soon as you pull the camera out, it's like, boom, all the wildlife leaves me, okay? So, yeah, that's just my luck. But still, we're gonna make a loop around this beautiful lake area before we end the vlog today, because it's just a nice, attractive place to come and just spend the evening. If you want to get out of all the hustle and bustle, what's going on over there on that boardwalk, come here at the lake. This is a beautiful walking path that goes all the way around the lake. This is a place that I like to come from time to time. Not when it's 1,000,000 degrees in the summertime, but I like to come here and jog. Now that is pretty cool right there. Look at this little boat. It's like a little barge. It got a little motor on it, a little podium with a steering wheel on it. Check that out. I think they stole that. Don't that look like the little podium from the game Off-Road in the arcade back in the early 90s? I don't know, some of you may or may not know what I'm talking about, but there was a video game I used to play in the arcades, and it had a little podium like that, but I think it actually had 3 steering wheels on it. And it was called Iron Man or Ivan Stewart Off-Road, something like that. And you use these little trucks riding around this dirt track, jumping jumps and stuff. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, that's why it just sometimes things hit me a certain way, and weird stuff like that pops in my mind, and I just go, yeah, hey, guess what? That's what I'm thinking about right now. But I don't know where I'm going, totally off the rails. Let's just move on to something else. Where are you at, gator? Let's find us a gator out here. Well, I've not seen no gator yet, but I do see a dragonfly perched right there on top of that stick. And let me tell you what just happened. That dragonfly, I'm pretty sure it's the same one, just landed on me. And there's a story that goes with that, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard about it before, but have you ever heard that if a dragonfly lands on you, it's like lucky? Well, my mom, just last week, I promised I wouldn't tell anybody this story because it has to do with lottery tickets. So she told me the story the other day. I go eat with my mother once a week. Every week I go to her house and do some work, do some stuff for her, and then I sit down and have dinner with her. And she said, hey, a dragonfly landed on me, and they're lucky. And I said, well, what did you do? She said, I did something that you might not believe I did, but I actually went to bought 2 lottery tickets. You know, for $10, she got 2 tickets, 2 $5 tickets, and she said, look, right here's one of them. One of them wasn't a winner, but the other one I won $500. Boom! I was like, Mom. She was like, yeah. She said, I won. I didn't even have to pay no taxes because it was less than $600. I said, well, good for you. She said, don't tell nobody. I said, okay, don't worry, I won't. But literally, a dragonfly just landed on me these like moments before this, and then I sit there and watch him. He went down and he lands on that little stick. So does that mean I should go buy a lotto ticket? I don't know. I'm not a lottery person. I'm kind of like, you know, dollar earned, a penny saved, whatever. I don't know. I'm just not a gambler. Not really. Not with money, I'm not, you know. But hey, I just want to share that with you. It was kind of funny. I got a kick out of my mom telling me that too. That was pretty hilarious. But unfortunately, I'm talking about lottery tickets now because I'm still not seeing a gator. All right, we'll walk out this little pier right here. This is the same pier I was on when I started my vlog a few days ago, or the other day, about my flight experience. Glad that's over. I am not kidding. I am like stoked that that's over and I'm back here. That was not a lot of fun. But man, this is kind of a bummer. Totally not seeing any gators. I don't see no gators down there. Ain't nothing down there. It's kind of a bummer. But I will tell you this. This sunset going down right now is spectacular looking. I'm telling you. I'm gonna show you something that I like. And those girls just, they just got up. But this little island over here at the lake, see that bridge off to the left we just walked across? You see those swings? That is such an awesome place. I love going right there, sitting down, hanging out with my wife, whatever, and just taking it in. Look at that beautiful sun right there. The sun, probably in the next 20 minutes or so, give or take, will be going down behind the homes. And it's going to be just beautiful. And it's such a nice evening because we just have a little bit of breeze. And it's like, it's just enough breeze to just feel good. You know, fall's coming. It's not as humid right now as it has been through July and June. It was humid. Dog days of summer, they were the worst this year. Very, very humid. It's just sticky. But come out here right now, this time of year, you know, we're midway through August. It feels amazing. It really does. Well, it is definitely on my mind now that we're not going to see no gator. Sorry. But my wife and my niece, they're talking about a Dole Whip over on the Carolina Beach Boardwalk. Maybe a snow cone. Something cool with a little sweetness to it. They were going to head over there and do that. I'm going to bring you along with me as these geese are coming in hot. Oh my goodness, they're taking over. Look at them. Wow. Holy smokes. It was about a year ago. I was driving right down through here, down Carolina Beach, Lake Park Boulevard, yeah. And a whole passel of these things come across the street and block traffic. And I was actually, it's kind of funny, but you know, I'm just talking about going to get some kind of a cool beverage or ice cream right now. And that night I was on my way. I had visited my mom, who was down that way, staying at the Atlantic Towers. And I was actually driving to my house that night. And I was like, I'm gonna stop and get some ice cream on my way. And I made a video about it. And the title of the video was something nutty, like I was like, when geese try to stop me from getting ice cream. Something crazy like that. But it was probably those geese. Probably the same ones. Those rascals. All right, I've jibber jabbered long enough. That's for real. Let's get booging. Let's go get us something cold and sweet, and look at the crowd levels. At Carolina Beach Boardwalk. Then we're gonna wrap it up tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today on this little weird video. Starting at Kure Beach this morning, looking at the ocean, talking about ocean safety, and then wada bing bada boom. Things happen a lot slower than I thought. Got back to the house, had an air conditioning issue, had to call my AC man to come out, and that took about 4 hours out of my day. Super cool guy, Eric, really cool guy, smart. He got me fixed up, got me cool again, and now here we are. That's how it goes sometimes. But all in all, thanks for hanging out with me. Now let's go down to the boardwalk and see what we can see down there, and maybe try a Dole Whip, maybe get an icy. I think my wife's wanting a Dole Whip. I think I might get an icy though, just because I've not ever got one from that place, but let's give it a try. All right, my friends, we have made it over here to the CB Snow Cone Shaved Ice location. And this is the spot where you get the Dole Whip and the snow cones, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to try one of the CB snow cones, and my wife's going to try a Dole Whip, which I've already had a Dole Whip in a previous video. She was kind of jealous about that, so we're going to give that a try. They have a lot of flavors over here to pick from if you do choose to get a snow cone. Look at all those flavors. I'm actually going to try this blue raspberry is the one I'm going to go with, but they got a lot of good flavors here to try. Tiger's blood. All right, so to start off with, we're going to try this yummy Dole Whip. I had to get a bite of this, but this is actually my wife's, but yeah, this stuff is awesome. Oh man, it is awesome. If you like pineapple, you gotta like pineapple. Okay, so next up is this blue snow cone. As you just see, my wife have to chase down my niece. It is what it is, right? Kiddos. But yeah, this right here, this raspberry flavor, is very, very good. Man, it's good. It's got a nice raspberry flavor to it. I imagine this will make your mouth extremely blue. You know, look like you ate a Smurf or something when you probably finish this. All right, I do have to say, the Dole Whip was awesome as usual, and the snowball I got, the blue raspberry, was very delicious also. Really like it. I definitely wanted to come down here tonight at the Boardwalk area, look at some of the rides, but this was the main ride I wanted to view, but it is still not in operation. The boat, the swinging boat, is still not up and going. So I do see a lot of updates. They got a fence up here, like a wrought iron, like cast iron fence or something for safety. They have all this wood stuff built up here, like a patio where you could get on and off and come down here. This is, I guess, where you will exit off the actual boat whenever it begins. I don't know. Summer is winding down, so I don't know what it's going to take to get that boat in operation. I can't wait till it starts operating. Heck, I'll ride it. Heck yeah, I'll ride that in a heartbeat. So you see that light right there above the courtyard? Well, that's not really a light at all. That's actually the moon. It is pretty close to a full moon tonight. That thing is really glowing up there. And I gotta say, everyone seems to be enjoying themselves here in the Boardwalk area. It is wide open tonight. I mean, there is a lot of people in there riding rides. Everything has a line. Business is good at the Carolina Beach Boardwalk tonight, that is for sure. But that being said, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And that's exactly what this vlog was. This was kind of a hangout with me throughout the day. We started the day together. We're ending the day together here at night. I'm in need of a shower. Okay, this has been a long day. We started our day off on the fishing pier, on the Kure Beach fishing pier, looking at ocean conditions. It was absolutely beautiful, but there was the problem with rip currents. Red flags were out. Really, lifeguards wanting to keep people out of the ocean, but they can't make you do that, you know. You still have the option to get in, and that's what happened today. But most people was very respectful, I think, and the people who did get in the ocean, they didn't get in very far. You know, for the most part, everybody stayed pretty cool, unless people had a bodyboard or surfboard. You know, they went out there and took advantage of all the waves and stuff. But that's pretty normal. And then from there, we was going to make our way back down. Let me back up a little bit. There's people coming on the sidewalk. Then we was going to make our way back down to the north end of Carolina Beach to look at the king tide. And I was so happy that the king tide was actually happening. I got a little worried at first. What y'all guys seen was the first attempt. I mean, the second attempt. The first time I went down there, I'm like, it's supposed to be a high tide now. Why ain't this happening? And then I made another lap and come around, and lo and behold, here come the water. I mean, it happens quick. So you gotta be down there quick, because I don't want to be down there once it's all in. Like if I would go down there right now, the road would be impassable. It'd be like all underwater. You have to drive through the water, which I don't recommend doing that. But some of the people who live in the area, you know, they don't really have a choice. You know, that would be the one bummer of living on the north end, other than the incredible bumpiness that you have to drive. It's like Canal Drive must be the bumpiest road on the island by far. If there is one more bumpier, you let me know. But Canal Drive is just like, I feel like I'm driving on whoop-de-doos back in my old motocross days when I used to race dirt bikes. You know, that's what it kind of reminds you of. But all in all, really fun day. Got to hang out at the lake a little bit. Came over here and tried the Dole Whip and the snow cone. Definitely recommend the CV snow cone shop right there that I showed you. The Dole Whips are fire, and their snow cones are really good too. The blue raspberry was awesome. So that being said, my friends, thank you so much for all your support to the channel, hanging out with me, doing some beach stuff. I'm back from Germany. We got some beach stuff planned. We got other plans coming up, and then not like the too distant future, I will do another update video on like what my plans are between now and New Year's. Got some things in the works, but I'm not going to announce it quite yet to you, because we've not crossed the T's and dotted all the I's, if you know what I mean. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's good to be back once again. Thanks everybody for watching the Germany videos and watching my crazy flight experience I had to endure. I know other people's been through worse, but I had to just share what I went through. Just really, hopefully it can help somebody else traveling in the future. Give you a few tips. All right, that being said, my friends, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I hope to see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe out there and have a wonderful rest of your summer. Thanks for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it. See you next time.